So I'm shooting this from the campus of the University of Arizona, where I was a student from 1992 at the age of 17 up until 1998 when I was 23. And every time I'm in Tucson, I like to come swing by here for a visit. It's February 14th, and this is the day I get a ride on the bus to Phoenix, and then I'm going to be flying to Vancouver, British Columbia to start chapter 2 of my life abroad. In fact, 9 months ago today, on May 14th of last year, I flew from Tucson to Puerto Vallarta, and then on my way to Guadalajara to start a life there, and things didn't work out, so I'm starting chapter 2. I'll be in Vancouver 8 nights, and then after that I'll be in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam for a couple weeks, and then also checking out the cities of Da Nang as well as Hanoi. And given my career goals, business English teaching and IELTS test prep, thinking Hanoi would be the most logical choice. I also like the fact that Hanoi has a 4-season climate, unlike Ho Chi Minh, which is hot and humid year-round. For the right price, for the right job, I'll stay in Ho Chi Minh, deal with the climate. But if I could have my cake and eat it too, I'd like the good job in Hanoi or Da Nang. I know Hanoi has bad air quality, so I'm aware of that. So we'll see how Hanoi works, but I've got several options. The guy at the Airbnb I was speaking with the last 2 days I was staying here, he's lived in Vietnam, so he had plenty of advice and stories to tell, and he gave me the name of somebody who might be able to help me land a job out there. He's given her my information, and I've got his number and his WhatsApp number, and so we're gonna stay in touch. Me and this guy, Peter is his name. But I want to also talk about culture shock in my 2 weeks here in the United States. Everything has just cost a fortune. Food, Uber rides. I rented a car. Yeah, definitely it's a car-centric environment, car-centered. Although here Tucson is nicer than Phoenix. The Uber rides are cheaper because the distances are shorter, and the bus system is free, which is amazing. Phoenix, I wouldn't want to live there. That's not my first choice. Tucson is better than Phoenix for me in many ways. So yeah, culture shock, high cost of food, high cost of transportation, and the fact that unlike most other countries, when you go to buy something at a store, the sales tax is included at the end. So you're paying the price of the good and then whatever sales taxes they throw on top, where in Mexico and Guatemala, you have the sales tax already included in the price of the thing that you buy. And in Guatemala, if you're at a restaurant, they'll throw in a 10% gratuity included with the bill. So no awkward tip calculations. It's nice and easy there. I wonder what it would get for the United States to go on a system like that, where they include the sales tax and the tip in your bill. No, they probably never will. American exceptionalism, right? So, but I've enjoyed my 2-week visit here to the United States. From going forward for the foreseeable future, I'd like to simply be a visitor to my country rather than a full-time resident. But if I had to move back, yeah, Tucson would get my vote way over Phoenix for sure. Now, thoughts on going abroad again? Yeah, a little bit scared. I feel like I'm a little bit crazy to go to the literal other side of the world, to Southeast Asia, to Vietnam, a place I've never been, to maybe, there's not a guarantee I'll land the job I want, but my chances are good. I'm better prepared this time around than when I went to Mexico, when I was reacting. I tried getting my business off the ground, and I thought I need at least a year or a year and a half of runway. So then I pivoted to looking for jobs teaching English online. That didn't work out. So I then reacted again and pivoted to brick and mortar schools and had 3 interviews and couldn't get anywhere without residency. Couldn't get a work permit. And the schools I interviewed with weren't willing or able to help with visa sponsorship. So that won't be as big a problem in Vietnam. It's commonly known that schools in Vietnam will sponsor work permits for teachers from abroad. And I've already identified one school that explicitly said that they don't do visa sponsorship for foreign teacher applicants. They need you to have permanent work authorization, and that school was the British Council. So I took their honest response and eliminated them from consideration. That's one school I know of in Vietnam that won't work with my situation, British Council. So okay, that's one option I don't have, but I still have plenty more. I've already been in contact with over 24 schools. From what I understand, TED is beginning today, February 14th. So it's a slow time of the year. The country is shut down. I'll be in Vancouver for the entirety of TED. When I arrive on Vietnam soil, February 23rd, late evening, TED will be ending, and the next day, the 24th, the country will be reopening, and that's a perfect time to arrive. Right when TED is ending, a new year is beginning. I'll be able to hit the ground running with my job search, get my teaching documents translated into Vietnamese and then notarized. My FBI check is ready, my university diploma from here. There's the administration building, the people who issue your diploma. And it's also, they also freak you out before you graduate. Oh, you're missing a class. You won't be able to graduate. And then you have to call them out on it. And, oh, sorry, our mistake. Yeah, you're trying to siphon another semester out of me. I'm not the first person that this has happened to. But other than that, my time here, my 5 years here at the U of A was good. Definitely made me a better person, better math skills, better writing skills. I know I'm all over the map with this conversation. This is just free form. My thoughts and feelings before I go abroad again. I'm missing my son. We got to see each other twice. He's doing his thing, staying alive, surviving in Phoenix, Arizona. I wish I could bring him with me on this crazy journey of mine, but I'm not in a position to feed another mouth, let alone just mine. He would have to get an online job and provide income, which if you don't have, you can't do that in Vietnam without a work permit. So that would be a non-starter. He and I, if he were to join me, he and I would have to go to a different country, maybe Mexico, but we would both be tourists and not residents. That's a subject for another time. I guess I'll wrap this video up with happy to have been a student here. It's given me what I need, the stuff I need to go abroad again. This is my last few hours here in Arizona in the United States. By 7:30 p.m. tonight, I'll be landing in Vancouver, Pacific time. They're an hour ahead of us here. But this is the Spend Channel. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. The Spend Channel, single parent, empty nester, digital nomad, where I help empty nest single parents in the US, ages 40 to 65-ish, help them build a game plan for relocating abroad. Links to my website are in the description. If you like my work and want to contribute, I have a Buy Me a Coffee account. My link to that is also in the description of this video. So signing off here from Tucson, Arizona, and by the time I tune in again, I will be in Vancouver, British Columbia. Bye for now.